Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome to Republic Stitches. I'm here to take you or guide you step by step on how to cut a perfect senator. So please pay attention. Please pay attention and make sure you give this video a thumbs up and comment to my YouTube channel. So first of all, without further ado, after you might have folded your fabrics, all you have to do is mark the wrong side of the fabrics and pay attention. Let's start. So after you might have marked the wrong side of your fabrics, then you measure. All you have to do now is measure the length. The length of this fabric is a 34. The length of the person I'm cutting this cloth for, I'm sewing this cloth for, is a 34. Then at 34, after you might have measured your 34, then you add your 2-inch sewing allowance. The length, remember the length is a 34. I add my 2-inch sewing allowance, which will give me 36. 34 plus 2, I add 2-inch sewing allowance, it will give me 36. So I will mark at 36. Hope you see what I'm doing. Then at the top side of it, I will also mark at 36. I added 2-inch allowance. Remember, the length is a 34, and I added 2-inch allowance, which made it 36. Hope you see what I'm doing. After I might have marked my 36, what I will do now is to connect the lines together. I'm going to connect the lines together. Hope you see what I'm doing. Connect the lines at 36 together. Hope you see what I'm doing. So watch carefully and pay attention on what I'm about to do. See, this clothes, my chest circumference is my chest is at 42, and chest is divided by 4. And when you divide 42 by 4, it will give you 10.2 line. 10.2. Remember that our chest is divided by 4. So here now, I'm going to mark my 10-inch with my 2-inch allowance. 2-inch sewing allowance. Normally, I should have given 1.2 inch or 1-inch allowance. But the reason why I'm giving 2-inch allowance is for you beginners to understand. In case you make a mistake while cutting or while sewing, you can adjust it because there is a little bit allowance inside of it. So that's the reason why I'm like giving it 2-inch allowance, so that you will understand for the beginners step by step. So here I'm adding 2-inch allowance, and the reason why I will be measuring the top side of this material is because the material is not straight. Why? They cut the materials. Those who cut the material, they cut it and it was a little bit slanty. You understand? So that's the reason why I have to like mark my 10-inch allowance and point and 10 each allowance, and I'll add 2-inch, which makes it 12. Hope you see what I'm doing now. After marking, I'm going to connect the lines. Remember, our chest is at 42, and I add 2-inch allowance, which made it 12-inch. Then I'm going to connect the lines. Please pay attention and watch what I'm doing closely. Now I'm connecting the line. Hope you can see. Hope you can see. After I might have connected the line, what I will do now is I will cut out the front panel of the fabric, the front panel from the line. Hope you see what I'm doing. And please make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Give this video a thumbs up. In case you don't understand anything, you can drop a comment. You can drop your question in the comment box. So after I might have cut out the front panel, what we will do now, we go for the back panel. Let's put the back panel right now. Hope you see what I'm doing. And make sure you fold the wrong side of the back of the pan of the fabrics. Make sure the wrong side should be up like I did now. This is the wrong side. Then you mark your wrong side. That's to identify where is the wrong side. So it will be easy for you to identify, because when you have chalked it or you have marked it, it will be easy for you to identify. So what you will do now is to after you might have folded, you placed your front panel to the back panel. Hope you see. And now also mark my back panel. Then now I now place my front panel on the back panel and make it to align very well. So pay attention on what I'm about to do now. Pay attention. Now, the back panel usually used to be 3" or 3.5" longer than the front panel. Now, I'm going to measure from the end point of the long panel. Yeah, I'm going to measure 3" from that end point, 3". Hope you see. I'm going to measure. Hope you see what I'm doing. 3". Some people do measure ½ inch, but I'm giving it 3". Hope you see what I'm doing. You measure 3" from that to get the back panel. You measure 3". Hope you see what I'm doing. And at the top side also, you also measure your 3". Remember, the back panel used to be 3" longer than the front panel. And after I've measured my 3". What I will do now is to connect the lines. Hope you remember what I did. Then connect the lines. Hope you see the back panel is 3" longer than the front panel. Then the next step is to cut off the back panel. If you follow this step by step, you get the same accurate result like God. And also when you watch, you pay attention, and also drop question in the comment box. If you see what I did, after I might have cut the front and back panel. So what I will do now, I'm going to move the front panel up to join the back panel. Hope you see, like to align with the back panel. You see what I did? Now I'm going to cut this. I'm going to slant the shoulder. So I'm slanting the shoulder at 3". Look at where I place my tape at 3". Some people do make their own 3.5, but I did it at 3". I'm going to slant it at 3". After I might have marked my 3". Hope you see what I'm doing. From the neck side of it, you slant it. Hope you see. Then you cut off. Hope you see what I did. Then take your time, follow the lines, cut, and make sure one of the distance. Make sure your scissors is very sharp. So after you might have done that, watch, I'm going to take the front panel back. I'm going to take backward to align with the bottom of the back panel. Hope you see. Then this is the upper and this is the 3-inch. So now it's for the neck. The neck is at 16. The neck circumference is at 16. Then now we will measure at 16 to get an accurate neck. So at the length of the neck, we give you, we mark at 3.5. So our neck circumference is at 16. We mark 3.5 at the length side of the neck together. Then at the upper side, which is the upper side, we mark 2.2 inch. Hope you see. Then you connect those two lines. Look at how I'm going to connect it, like in a block shape, in a block form. After you might have connect those two lines, see, pay attention here. At the upper side here, I minus half 0.2 line, quarter 0.2 line, and here also I minus quarter 0.2 line. After you might have minus it, you make a round curve from that angle. Hope you see it. After you might have done that, here now, you fold your shoulder part by half inch. Then after you might have folded by half inch, watch, you measure it here, it should be half inch for the sewing allowance. After you might have measured it, then you take it to your, make sure you iron it so it will be firm. Hope you now have ironed it and it's firm. As you can see, I'm going to measure my shoulder. Now remember, my shoulder is at 17, and I'm going to add 2-inch allowance. Even later, I'm going to like trim it very well. I'm adding 2-inch allowance for the beginner so that they will understand. Normally, I'm sure I've add like 1 inch or 1.2, but I'm adding 2-inch allowance for this beginners, for them to understand what I'm doing. In case if they make mistake, they can still correct it for the shoe. So I added 2-inch allowance, which will make it 19. Then at the armhole, I'm cutting the armhole at 8.5 inch. Then at 8.5 inch, hope you see. From my shoulder, I connected the line to the armhole. From the shoulder where I connected the lines together. So if this is my French curve, in case you have a French curve, you can still use it to draw. Then here I'm going to find the middle point between the shoulder and the armhole. Where the armhole stops, the middle point. After I might have find the middle point, I'm going to minus half of an inch. Hope you see what I did. Then I'm going to use my French curve to give it a round shape. Place your French curve there. Hope you see. Hope you see what I'm doing. Then right now, all you have to do is take your time and be patient and cut. And please make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and give this video a thumbs up. In case you don't understand or you want to ask questions, just drop your question in the comment box. I'll be there to answer you. So after you might have cut the neck, they will cut out the armhole. What you see. case if you follow this step, what I did step by step, you still get the same accurate result. If you see what I'm doing, then pay attention here. Look at what I will do. Let me adjust my fabrics. So from the bottom side of it, hope you see what I'm doing. I'm going to minus 10.5 inch. This is for the opening at the down part of your senator. Hope you understand. So I'm going to measure my 10 and a half 10.10.5 inch. Then at this side also at the body, at the borders, I'm going to measure, I'm going to minus half of an inch, or half 0.2 inch here, and minus half 0.2 inch. Hope you see it. And minus half 0.2 inch. Then I'm going to connect the lines together. Hope you see. I've connected the line. Now I'm going to cut. Hope you see what I'm doing. Hope you see. Yeah, I'm going to cut it off. Yeah, that is it. Hope you see it. Hope you see how it look, how neat and how it looks. So here it is. This is what you will get if you follow me step by step. This is the same actual result, the accurate result you get. So make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, and make sure you give this video a thumbs up, and make sure you, well, thank you so much for watching. So